Yeah, I would recommend that you watch it just to, go on one of these little spins that it takes you.
TNMP, the Nerdy Misfit Podcast, with your hosts, Connor O'Neill and Matthew Hughes.
What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Nerdy Misfit Podcast.
Hello, and welcome back to the longest running show we have here on the Nerdy Misfit Podcast, Anime of the Month.
Yeah, and if you are old around here, you would know that this is actually the wrong week for the
I
Anime
know.
of the Month. It's actually the
Confusing.
second last week of the month, and, well, it's Christmas Eve, Matt. So
Exactly.
Merry Christmas Eve.
Merry Christmas
and Merry
Eve.
Christmas Eve / Merry Christmas to anyone who celebrates Christmas.
Exactly. Otherwise, happy holidays.
Happy
Or whatever
holidays.
you're doing.
And, yeah, the reason for this 2-week
Just a
change,
week.
or because second last week of the month,
Yep.
is because the anime of the month this month was Sanda, which just so happens to be a story about Santa Claus.
Wow.
So what better time to put it out than literally
The day.
Christmas Eve?
Exactly.
So we had to put it a week early. We're sorry if you weren't able to keep up with us.
It's okay. It
The
could have been
episode
tough.
Literally came out like what, a couple days ago for us.
A couple days ago before the recording here. Yesterday for the recording.
Oh, yesterday for the recording. Okay.
A few days ago for the time this episode comes out. And this is, in fact, the first anime of the month we've done where we were watching it weekly leading up to
I
the
think,
release of this episode.
Summer Hikaru Dies probably the closest we've
Yeah.
done where it was already done, but it finished.
Recently.
Yeah, it finished like the month of.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we watched it during that month.
Yeah.
And then this one is
literally
we were
just
yeah.
finished. So like Connor said, the anime of the month is Sanda. It air date fall 2025. Only 12 episodes. Studio was Science Saru, also known as doing Dan to Dan.
Yep.
Genre was action, mystery, and the My Anime List score is currently sitting at a 7.55, based on 81,327 people having it somewhere on their list.
Yeah, it's hard to gauge, obviously, like we said. Literally just finished yesterday for us. So completed is 11,000.
Yeah.
Currently watching is 30,000, so maybe we can expect that to be by the end of the year. Maybe
Could be up, could be down.
in that 50,000 mark. But a lot of people at least have it on their radar.
Yep,
Only 2,500 dropped it.
which is crazy.
I mean, is
But
it crazy?
It's
Is it crazy?
It's only 800 more people than after the first 2 episodes came out. So
But also, it gets stranger every
it
episode.
does. That's Science Saru for you.
No, that's
That's the
Science
story.
Art. They like to pick
The weirdest
a little bit the
things.
more unique
Yes.
stories.
But speaking of stories, here is
yeah.
the synopsis for this Sanda, which is the story is set in a near future Japan. Facing an era of extremely low birth rates, children are treated as national treasures and are cared for and protected by adults in boarding schools. Santa Claus, who gives children hopes and dreams, is considered a dangerous person and is targeted for elimination. And on a snowy December 25th, middle school student Sanda Kazushigi's life is threatened by his classmate Shori Furimura. Having learned that Sanda is a descendant of Santa Claus, she is hoping that he will grant her a wish. Santa, please find my friend. Furimura's wish is to find her missing best friend, Ichi Ono. To protect the children, Sanda decides to become Santa Claus and fight against adults. Pretty good description. I feel like when we read some of these descriptions, I probably say this every episode, but sometimes it's really hits it on the head. Other times it's totally
Sometimes
off.
it's also just the first ep,
Yeah.
right? A lot of this is just the first episode. And fighting adults, he really only fights 2 adults.
And the same one a couple times.
Through the first 12 episodes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty more of the story, so. But yeah, initial thoughts. Very unique anime.
Yes.
Obviously opening with a very tall, skinny gal trying to stab her very small lad classmate.
And he's convinced she loves him.
Yeah, he thinks it's a confession, and he's like, this is a weird confession, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like, it ain't. It ain't a confession, dude. She trying to kill you.
Yep.
Or stab you.
Something.
For whatever reason.
Exactly.
Yeah, so wild start to the show. Obviously not Oshinoko levels, but wow, that was something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my initial thought. Just wow, this is a weird. And then as we keep going through the show, there's just elements that make you like the show, and then elements that make you kind of go, "Ooh,"
Ew.
For audio only listeners, I'm making a very like
Ugh.
cringy,
Uncomfy face.
uncomfortable with what's happening on my screen face.
Yes.
How about you, Matt? What are your initial thoughts?
I mean, I
on
was
the
quite
anime?
shocked by what the heck I was watching. The concept as a whole is wild, but I think I was sold as soon as he gets turned into muscular Santa for the first time, like gets
Right,
stabbed
he's like
in the
Superman
chest,
Santa.
and then just him like sitting up and then just going like ho ho
Yeah,
ho,
had the
and then
laugh
like
nailed,
the
yeah.
voice deepening as he says it was really cool, and I was
Yep.
like, okay, all right. Also, we should probably say spoilers ahead. I can't
Yeah.
remember if we said that, but
Spoilers ahead. We will
you
be
should
going
know.
through a large amount of this show.
Yeah, if you're familiar with Anime of the Month, you know that we spoil it. But if you're not, this is your official warning now.
Yeah, go watch the show and then come back.
Exactly. But yeah, I showed the animation of him turning into Santa for the first time to a couple of my friends because I was like, you're not gonna believe what I'm watching. Just like
could they believe it after?
they're like, what is going on? I was like, you
Even
gotta
just
watch
writing,
it.
I've sent it to a couple of people. I'm watching a show right now where the main character turns into
A muscular, shirtless Santa.
jacked Santa Claus with Wolverine-like claws in his feet
Which are skis.
and is fireproof
Yes.
and bulletproof. Well, kind of.
Mostly.
Just has a healing factor, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not really bulletproof because the bullets go right through him. I mean, we have that one scene where he just looks like Swiss cheese.
That's true.
He just doesn't die. He's immortal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, plot and character wise, the plot covers some real life issues of birthing crisis, but also another big thing is the reality of like growing up and how society tries to pressure children into things and like pushes them into the world and not really to have a childhood anymore and like try and prep them for society.
It's like yes and no. So yeah, it's for how simple it sounds. Where it's like he turns into Santa, fights adults. Kind of.
yes, but there's
Um,
layers to the show
Yeah,
for sure.
it's a very complex show because one, let's just start with the birthing crisis. That's actually a real thing going on in Japan and other
Yeah.
countries where they just aren't having enough kids to help sustain that current society.
Yep.
And we can get into the reasons for that, but that's not really our thing.
No.
So we won't dive deep into that. But just know that is not a made up issue. That is a very real thing. And this just feels like we're skipping 20, 30 years into the future. Like not even that far, really.
No, exactly.
And so that already is one major issue that it's kind of covering. Then we go into the fear of aging, both from an adult point of view, but also the kid's point of view.
Yeah.
Because we see multiple adults, and it's told that it's very common within this society that once you start getting wrinkles or you, heaven forbid, gray hair, et cetera, people are getting plastic surgery to stay looking young because being young is everything. We have the headmaster who is like 100 and whatever, 120 or something. He's 140. He said, I can't remember the
Some
exact
crazy triple digit, and you're
And
like, for
all
what
of his organs
reason?
are replaced, all of his body
Yeah.
except for his hands.
Reminded me of a character from Jujutsu Kaisen, but
Everything but his hands are basically replaced.
Yeah.
And it's because he wants to look young and feel young, etc. So there's a lot of adults don't want to appear old or feel weak, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's something that I'm sure a lot of people go through within society in general. You don't ever want to feel like you're getting older or be old or be elderly, if
Yeah.
you will. But then under this same coin, if you will, the other side is now they are making these kids fear growing up as well because, well, adults don't even want to be grown up. Like, why would we? Like, we don't want to grow up. We want to stay kids. So adults are trying to keep kids being kids. They don't even want them to grow up.
yeah, exactly.
It's almost like you're treated as an outcast if you go through puberty. Which
No,
is one of-
literally,
one
that
of
was
the-
a weird thing.
This is one of the weird
but
things in this show where just because you go through puberty, you're still a 14/15-year-old in this show's case.
You're an adult as soon as you hit puberty.
Yeah, but
That's
but
not
you're
how it works.
But you're not an adult.
Yeah.
You've just matured physically quicker than other people.
Yeah.
So that part was a little weird. Didn't love that. We also go through the kids fearing aging because they're basically taught to fear it, like I mentioned. Kids don't even sleep in this world.
Hopes
no
and
longer-
dreams are a waste
Yeah.
of time, essentially.
Yeah. There's no more sleeping because sleep is when you go through puberty because that's when your body does a lot of which is true. Like
Yeah,
that sleep is
that
when
is
you do a
scientifically-
lot of healing and obviously going through a lot of change. That's when your body's going to be able to do it because it's resting. And they basically just instead of sleep, they go to bed still, but they just are told to just relax, basically. It's
Yeah.
you know, whatever they did during the day, just kind of rest, but without sleeping.
Yeah, without
And this is also one of the reasons Santa Claus
doesn't exist
died off,
anymore.
is because obviously Santa would come when kids are asleep.
Exactly.
That's when he would visit. But if kids are never sleeping, Santa can't come
Santa
over
can't-
to give you gifts.
Exactly.
So that was interesting. There's also dealing with one's self-identity,
Yeah.
discovering who you are, whether society says that might be wrong or normal. We see that with we see that with Fuyamura when she first asks Santa to help her find her friend, and her friend is clearly dealing with some sort of who she is, because one, she went through puberty quicker
Yeah.
than anyone else, and now she feels like she's an adult, so she doesn't belong. She has to leave the school, but also she clearly has a crush or thinks she has a crush on Fuyamura, and she wants to explore that, but Fuyamura is still very childlike
Yeah.
in mind, and so she doesn't quite get the hint. So there's a lot going on with a lot of the characters, and don't even get me started on the Class 10 girl, because I feel like that one is a whole other can of worms. I didn't even bother to break down her whole story arc with her mom, and then how she was
Yeah.
relating it to other.
She was definitely one of the most interesting characters because she did not fit in the show, but then she fit so well into the show to go back to like the birthing crisis thing where like this child kills adults.
Yeah.
This is literally a child, like a murderous child.
This goes to show how important kids
But-
are, where they get away with
Exactly.
murder.
And they're kept hidden away. It's like class 10
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever. But then it's cool showing like the duality of like Santa Claus being like, okay, well, I have to grant all these children's wishes, but then this child wants to kill an adult and wants to kill me, and I don't know how this is gonna work.
Absolutely.
And then that in itself is a lesson of like, should you be able to just give children everything they need? Like, what are they going to learn? But character wise, like obviously all the characters had interesting stories and the reason behind why they are the way they are. Even the adults too. We see like the headmistress.
I think the headmistress
like
is the
she's
best.
the best character of the
She's
show
so
for
funny.
sure.
She's like totally okay with getting old. She's just this tiny, wrinkled old lady,
She just ain't dying.
and she has the moves. She got the kung fu moves.
Yeah.
And she just don't give an F.
Yeah.
she
I love
thought
the
she was
staircase
hilarious.
scene where she's like, "Are you gonna bring me up the stairs?"
Stop bobbing so much.
Yeah.
Okay,
Come on.
I'm just doing myself.
Yeah. Moving on. Animation character design.
Yeah, the animation was. I think Science Saru is becoming a household name where if you see it on something,
It's gonna be a little weird, but it's gonna be good.
yeah, you're gonna know that the animation is gonna be clean.
Yeah.
Fight scenes are gonna be solid, and you're probably gonna expect that the anime might be there might be something a little different about it from a
Yes.
storytelling. Because I don't think Dan is overly weird, but it is definitely different than your regular like
Yeah.
battle shonen for sure.
Definitely.
It just I think that's probably why it's not as popular as it could be, because it's just that little bit just got
Little
that
different.
Yeah, it got that little bit of a different to it. And this one is a lot more different.
Yep.
It's got a lot going on. I guess character designs, everyone stood out. Everyone's different in their own way. Yes, the uniform is the exact same for everyone, purposefully, obviously.
Yeah.
Even the girls are wearing slacks and like a collared shirt with boots, and the purpose is so that no boy or girl gets attracted to the
Yeah.
to the opposite sex, and to start aging, if you will, at this school, which is bizarre. And I thought the character designs were good. Music openings were good. Closings good. OST, I couldn't even remember it.
And that's sometimes a good thing.
I feel like they could have done something though if you want to really lean on the Santa
Yeah.
thing, which we'll dive into some of the negatives.
Yep.
One
we
of
get
the
there.
negatives is
Oh.
the OST.
Yeah.
Come on, it's Santa Claus.
You could have had a lot more.
Could have had some Christmas themed music going on for some stuff. Some of
Yeah.
the fights.
That would be crazy, actually.
I also had some of the scenes were just uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I think a lot about the adult Santa and kissing kids stuff does make sense that, yeah, Santa, an adult, should not be kissing a 14-year-old kid. Absolutely.
But
Agreed.
Santa is technically a
But
14-year-old.
also, he's a 14-year-old kid, and then he's
Yeah.
thinking too much about adults kissing kids. It was weird.
Yeah. Another big negative, then I'll go back to like music and stuff for me, is his feet skis. What was that
You didn't
about?
like the feet skis?
I thought
They were
it was
coming out the
so
heels.
weird.
Did you notice that detail?
Yeah.
that they came out of the heels. They didn't come out like the
It wasn't
top
like
of the foot or-
Wolverine.
yeah.
It wasn't X-23. It was like his
yeah, it was
full
out of
like.
the heel, and then it came past his foot. Because
Yeah.
well, you got to be on the skis
Exactly.
if you needed to.
It makes sense. His,
didn't like them?
His
I
just
thought it
found
was cool.
So
I thought it was-
weird, but
I thought it was very unique take on what Santa's powers could be.
yes, his sleigh.
Because I actually just recently watched The Santa Claus,
Ah, great film.
and he's not fireproof.
No,
He's also not falling off the roof proof. Well, one of the scenes in the original Santa Claus is they make him a fireproof suit,
yes,
and I was like, I'm watching one where just Santa Claus is
he's
fireproof.
just fireproof himself. Yeah, I will say, jump back to music and OST. I mean, the intro is "Adult Chicken" by Yama,
Yeah,
and then
the visuals were spot on for it.
visuals were spot on. The intro itself, like I think I added it to one of my playlists, just like
Oh,
the
yeah,
one
yeah, right away, yeah.
It was really good.
It's
'Cause,
a
like,
head bobber, You're just
It
like,
is. Because I feel like when it comes to intros, sometimes you like listen to it a few times just to get a feel of it, and you're like skipping it the rest of the season.
I totally agree. I usually give it 3 episodes.
Yeah, but this is one I was like banging. I was
Yeah, I played
loving it.
pretty much all of them. Today I watched the last 2 episodes,
Mhm.
so I didn't watch it during that because I was like, okay, I gotta get these.
Yeah, you got to
episodes
get
done.
it done. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, overall it was definitely a head bopper, and that's usually a automatic play. So you're like bobbing to it, and you're just like, nah, I
Yeah.
want it. I
Yeah,
want it to play.
I'm listening to it. I'm joining.
Or like
it.
the closing, you're like, no, don't skip right to
No,
the
no,
next
no, no.
episode.
Chill,
Like
chill,
play it
chill.
out, play it out, play it out.
Yeah, exactly.
So I feel like both were good, and yeah, like we said, the OST was
Yeah. And then animation wise, I thought the fight scenes were good choreography. I thought the animation
Yeah,
was good for it.
definitely
I mean,
very solid. Didn't lack in any department on
Yeah.
that front.
Science Saru was good when it comes to the visuals of fight scenes of
Yeah.
like both the physicality of like hitting, but also like the surrounding area.
Yeah, I see what you're
Of
saying. The
it.
destruction of like the level of that fight can cause.
Exactly.
Yeah, they do a good job on
Yeah.
that.
Before we jump into positives, we're going to jump over to Nerdy
Negatives.
Mystic
Yeah, I thought-
Gaming. Yes?
Oh no, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Nerdy Mystic Gaming to listen to Troy to see what he thought about Sanda because I am very excited to hear what he says. And we'll see you back in a second.
Hello, everyone. This is Troy from Nerdy Misfits Gaming. Sanda to me was a pretty odd anime, to say the least. You're in this future where basically the school is who raises your kids. And that could be something. It starts off very aggressive. And you're like, oh, okay, it's go time. It gets your attention right away. Fuyumura, I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Sorry if I don't. Accuses Sanda as being Santa Claus himself right off the start. And you're like, okay, like hold on, you're just starting that right away with no real kind of evidence. And how she came to that conclusion, only to find out that, oh, okay, yeah, she was right. And all of a sudden, boom, Sanda turns into Santa Claus. And he ends up being a descendant of Santa Claus. And then all you're kind of thinking is, wait, she was right? This whole, okay. She basically just wants one wish from Santa. And that's to find their classmate, Ono, who was declared basically missing and was officially declared dead. Who you find out later on, who is basically one of her few and only kind of close friends. So you kind of go through the whole story where the whole premise is really your childhood lives are the best times, or what the kind of preference is that your childhood lives are your best time of your life, and growing old sucks. And you kind of going through kind of regular 14-year-old things. Who are your friends? What is a friend? Understanding of sexuality, your sexuality and your feelings. So it's a little bit of a roller coaster there. The art style was fine. Nothing crazy, nothing outstanding, but it was fine. I wouldn't say it was bad. I thought it was just fine. Same thing with kind of music and sound effects. Again, nothing crazy, but it was fine. Like, it wasn't bad. It did the job. I thought the idea of the anime was interesting. It's definitely different. The whole world that they live in. I know it's in the future and it's a odd time, but it's different. I did like that. So I was kind of more interested to see, okay, where things were gonna go. Then it kind of brings you on a little bit of kind of roller coaster ride. Things can be going well, progressing fine, and then all of a sudden it's like a big turn or a big drop that you weren't expecting, and you may think, oh well, that's fine, but some of them can be kind of creepy and weird, and it didn't kind of fit some of them, so it kind of was a little bit all over the place. Did I enjoy it? It's a weird one because of those little turns that, kind of creepy turns. That part I didn't enjoy, but the rest of it, I thought it was fine. But also because of that, you kind of want to see, where things were going next. So I gave it a 7 out of 10, and yeah, I would recommend that you watch it just to, go on one of these little spins that it takes you. Thanks.
Well, thanks, Troy. We don't know what you said at this moment, but I'm sure it was great.
Delightful.
Yeah, Matt. So, what's one of the negatives you have for the show?
Well, we kind of talked about the negatives briefly, but yeah, the whole like dynamic of him not kissing a 14-year-old
That was
a
bad.
little weird.
I didn't like the 14, 15-year-old as an adult.
Yeah,
Is just you're instantly adult and, you're useless or you should be gone from the school. It's like, but you're still that age.
yeah,
Mentally, you are literally that age.
yeah. Feet skis. I don't know. It was weird for me. Wasn't a big fan of it.
That's not a negative.
But that's just
a
me.
unique-
Like that's a preference for me.
That's a unique power. You love Wolverine. He's just Wolverine. The bigger negative is, why do the feet skis give him like airtime in?
Yeah.
on
Oh
the
yeah.
ring?
The final episode where he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, aerodynamics." All of a sudden.
Yeah,
You're
he's just like,
"Hold
oh,
up."
I must be floating because of the skis and the air, and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
sure.
I will add this negative that we talked briefly about it, is that I wish there was more like Christmas themed things, like the fact that we didn't get any mention of like elves. For
Well,
example,
and we have that
like,
whole scene with the class 10 girl being bad, and he's like, I can't hit a kid,
yeah,
or I
But-
have to. I'm saying I have to grant their wish, and it's
but
like,
naughty list.
what about the? So it was such
Yeah.
an easy write-in to be like, no, you're actually on the naughty list. I don't have to grant your wish because you're bad.
Exactly. I
Also,
would love.
What'd you think of dark/black Santa?
That was like I was kind of excited because when that was happening, I was like, oh my gosh, is he gonna transform into like Krampus? Is this like a duality thing?
Yeah.
Like I was pumped for that, and then I don't know, Dark Santa was just like, it had potential. Like I am intrigued to see if we get to see the return of Dark Santa, because I was expecting Dark Santa to come back at the end.
Well, I think
a little bit,
for
but
Santa, Black Santa became like more of a state of mind, where
Yes.
he came to understand that he doesn't have to be a pushover for all the kids, and sometimes tough love is what's needed.
exactly.
So I think that was more of just like a lesson for him, but maybe we will see the return
Yeah.
of Black Santa. Who knows? Just was different. And then there were just, I guess this is more, maybe not the anime to show your parents or a friend that you want to get into anime. This is not the anime for that.
Yeah.
There were some definitely very anime scenes, if you will.
Yes.
Like, oh, yeah, I'm just watching this cool show where a guy turns into Santa Claus. Oh, cool. I'll watch with you. Sits down, boom, naked scene.
You're like, oh, hi.
Yeah.
Very unexpected. What are some of your positives, though?
Positives, I liked how they were really playing up the society, like this world. And obviously, we only see it from this school's point of view, which also makes it very interesting to know what outside of the walls is like. But how valuable the kids are, and really the kids some of the kids really flex it. Like, oh, I can't be touched. And that's not even including the class 10 kids.
That's all of the above.
Just a lot of the kids are like, I don't need to do this. I'm a kid. Like I'm royalty.
Yeah.
Basically. I have things written down. Like, I also really enjoyed the kind of some of the rules adults have made to stop kids from growing up. Like, oh, you can't kiss, not because of cooties or anything,
no,
but because you'll cause cavities. You'll pass cavities, which feels like kind of like an STD
Yeah,
or
literally.
STI, but cavities.
Yeah, cavities. Can't have the cavities, kids.
Yeah, and I did end up enjoying this scene where Sanda does end up getting his first kiss, and he realizes he's not gonna die because he is a 14-year-old kid,
Yeah.
and that's just what 14-year-old kids do. I really liked. I don't even remember his name. Like the agent who's trying to kill Santa.
Yeah.
How originally he is all about killing Santa, and then he's like, this guy, he's just a kid, and then he just starts becoming like a mentor for him, even though technically he's like, I'm your enemy, but then he's helping him the whole
But
time.
I could help you.
I thought he was a really fun character, good dynamic with the kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there were a lot of positives, like you mentioned. The fight choreography was overall really well done. Not how you would ever expect Santa to fight, to be honest.
No, definitely
But
not.
I was here for it.
That's so fair.
How about you?
I thought Class 10 was a very interesting concept in this world, just to show you the importance of like how they can't kill the children. Like the children are
like
so
they're
needed
so important
that
that
even the ones that are killing adults, which are causing society to backtrack, but they also need. I just thought that was interesting, really duality, and then like the world as a whole, kind of what you mentioned of like the society of how they keep the children in line with like the cavities and like
there's the no sleeping so they don't mature.
exactly, which then leads into that one moment when Santa is about to fight the old dude, and
Yeah,
he's
it's
like,
like-
you guys need to sleep now. Like you need to sleep
Yeah,
so
it's
I
like
can get
kind of
more
like,
power.
Yeah, believe in Santa.
Yeah.
And classic cliche Santa powers. The more kids that
Yeah.
believe in Santa, the stronger he is.
We see that everywhere
we see
now.
it in the Santa Claus. We see it in Elf. We
Yeah.
see it in any Christmas special
Exactly.
that has Santa in it.
Rise of the Guardians for people to believe in Jack Frost.
Yep.
And one positive is I actually messaged you when I saw this was, and this is like a niche Easter egg, for if you're like if you know the creator of Sanda and stuff like that, it is Peru Itagaki.
Okay.
And in Japan, a lot of times mangakas will wear like different like face coverings or like
Just
things
not
on
showing their
interviews.
face for interviews or any
Exactly.
camera work. Yeah.
Yeah. So for Paru Itagaki, she has like this giant chicken mask that she wears a lot in public.
Is she a female?
She's a female.
okay.
Yeah. And in episode 9, when two of the characters are in the bedroom chatting, it pans over to the TV and it shows like a news reporter,
Oh,
and just
okay.
in the back of the news reporter, you see her chicken mask like pop around.
We did also see
everything.
them reading Beastar's manga.
We did
On the bunk in the earlier episodes. They're on the top bunk, and you just see, like, clear as day, Beastar's volume.
which is also the creator of
Yeah, Beastars.
Beastars.
The same author.
Same manga, yeah. Which was great. I love when they have Easter eggs to the other person, like the creator's content.
Okay, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I think it's just a nice little cherry on top because we see it a lot in Western culture.
Yeah,
Easter eggs
little
upon
Easter eggs thrown
anything
in.
and everything, like we talk about in the Marvel Mondays. But it's fun to see it in Japanese anime because it's for the big fans. You know,
Yeah, it's for the people that enjoy the creator's content.
exactly,
So
and it's a little just like extra.
or maybe even they wanted it for the creator to be like,
Yeah, thank you for
little
your service.
head nod, you know?
Yes. Anyways, enjoyment. I was pleasantly surprised overall. Thought it was a fun show. A little weird
it was
in
out
spots,
there. It was out there.
but you know,
But overall, yeah. I would say if I had all 12 eps, like, I would find it hard to put down after 3 episodes.
yes.
After giving the 3, I'd be like,
Want to know more?
yeah, you're like, it's a little weird.
but I want
but,
to
like,
know more.
You got me. I need to know.
Exactly. I'd recommend to someone who wants something a little bit different, but covers a little bit of everything. Like you have mystery, you have action, you have comedy, a little bit of romance.
I would definitely say,
Like
not someone's first anime.
definitely not. No.
I would not recommend this
Yeah.
to anyone for their first anime. But I will say, if you don't have to be a vet, but you know,
No. If you've seen Dan to Dan, you probably like
well,
this.
I mean, if you've seen a few episodes or a few different shows, you know, variety, you've got your taste of maybe how degenerate sometimes anime can be. Let's just be honest. I'm
Yep.
gonna be. You're watching this right now. You're an anime viewer. You know. Sometimes anime it just for no reason. There's an upskirt shot for whatever reason.
For whatever reason,
It's
it
just
just
there.
happens.
Fan service, it happens, and and it
Exactly.
always happens at the worst time. We've all been there. So I would say, for someone who understands the art of anime,
Ah, yes, the art of the culture.
the art
yes.
of anime, this is for them. But yeah, Troy. Hopefully, I can't wait to look back when we're editing this episode to see what he had to say
Yep.
as our more
Common
normie,
Normie.
our
yes.
normie POV, if you will. But yeah, we will be wrapping up our anime of the month with a tier list at the start of January, which
So
will go
stay
through
tuned for that.
all of 2025. Can't believe we filmed through. That's 12 anime.
12 animes.
But yeah, we look forward to starting off the new year. Obviously, January is a month, and you know what we have to watch during the month?
Another anime.
That's right, Matt. Another anime
And the anime of the month for January 2026
is an ancient anime.
is an ancient anime of 11 years old, and it is called Overlord. Have you seen Overlord before?
I've seen episodes of Overlord.
Okay.
I never actually ended up watching the whole
start
thing.
to finish. All right, so air date was summer 2015. Episode count is 13. Studio is Madhouse. Awesome. Genre is action, adventure, fantasy.
It's
My-
an isekai, yeah.
Yeah, it's an easy guy. My anime list score is sitting at a 7.9, based on 1.7 million
Yep.
on
It's
their
popular.
list.
It's got 1.3 completed.
Yep.
1.3 million.
And it's
completed.
based originally on a light novel, which is not surprised because I feel like a lot of isekai are based on light
Lots
novels.
of isekai are based off off light novels for sure.
Yes. And we have the final hour of the popular virtual reality game, Idrishel, has come. However, Momanaga,
Manga.
a powerful wizard and master of the Dark Guild, In Oil Gaon, butchered that, decides
I
to
can't wait to actually
Yeah.
watch and know what those actually
decides to spend his last few moments in the game as the server begins to shut down. To his surprise, despite the clock having struck midnight, Momonga is fully conscious as his character, and moreover, the non-player characters appear to have developed personalities of their own. And confronted with this abnormal situation, Momonga commands his loyal servants to help him investigate and take control of this new world with the hopes of figuring out what has caused its development and if there may be others in the same predicament.
Yep. So we're only watching season 1.
Yes.
There's like 3 or 4 seasons of this.
I think it's 4 now.
But I don't want to spoil anything for you, Matt, because I know generally a lot about the show as a whole. Because obviously, I have watched a fair amount of isekai,
Yes.
and this actually used to be one of like
The top
it's like an OG
for season 1,
It's
correct?
not like it's not like an
Yeah.
It's like I would say it's an OG. Basically, like after Sword Art Online kind of came out and blew up a bit, this is like one of those cashing in on the hype of isekai genre.
Yep.
So it was one of the OGs in that span of time. Obviously, nowadays we've gotten a lot better shows, but you don't know that. You haven't seen some of the better ones
True.
that
I've only seen a couple isekai.
the genres had
Yes.
to offer. So it should be interesting for you, I think. And I'm interested to watch the first season and see what it is. It is by Madhouse, obviously, and this is one that Madhouse did actually continue on. Some people, I remember when season 2 first aired, I think season 2 has some pretty atrocious CGI. And people were like, this is the show they decided to keep going with instead of something like One Punch Man.
yeah.
So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited still. And yeah, join us in our Discord if you are not there already. The link will be down in the description below. Don't forget to also comment, subscribe. Helps the channel a lot. If you're listening to us on any of the podcast apps, please follow as well as drop a review. Helps us out a ton.
And thank you so much for following this journey of 2025 Anime of the Months.
Yeah.
And we will see you next Wednesday for our year wrap-up review episode,
Yes.
which will be a lot of fun. So
Yes, it
stay
will.
tuned for that. And we'll see
And
you
yeah,
then.
happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Bye.
TNMP, the Nerdy Misfit Podcast. Don't forget to join the island by dropping a follow. Thank you, and see you next week.